and welcome to today's video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my experience / opinions / review of the Thintea Detox tea, which lasts for 28 days. I've said that all in the wrong order, but you get what I mean, hopefully. Now, the only other detox tea that I have tried is by Booty, which I had such a disaster with. Now, I'm sort of going to be referring back to that because really that's the only thing I can compare it to. So if you haven't yet watched that, you can watch it by clicking on the picture now if you're on a laptop or computer or iPad, I think, but I'm sure it does not work with your phone. So I'll put a link in the description as well, just in case. So the tea itself, or the company should I say, is in Australia, and they do ship internationally. It didn't take very long for them to get to the UK at all. And what you actually get in the 28 detox is you can do a 14-day one, or you can just buy either or they do have other things, I believe. But the one that I have is the 28-day detox, and you get these two. So you have a morning tea, which you have with your breakfast, and you have a evening tea, which you have before you eat your evening meal. Now, both of these, as you can hear, it's loose leaf tea. So of course, what you're going to need is a tea strainer. I'm not sure whether these come with them as standard or whether you have to order them separately, but I didn't have one, so I now have one. And to be honest, it's the first time I've ever used a tea strainer, and I find it really this thing just keeps flopping around. I find it really inconvenient, unfortunately. What you have to do in the morning is measure out your leaf, if you like, pop it in here, and then try and put this on while that's upwards, otherwise it's all gonna fall out. Oh my god. Put it in here, and then you put it into your boiled water in a mug, and then just leave it to sort of do its thing. I don't really know what the word is. But unfortunately, the thing that I don't like is the tea leaves in the morning tea are small, and they actually go through the holes in the strainer, which, I mean, no one likes bitty tea. Ugh. I just don't. That's what put me off a little bit, because I don't want the bits in my tea. I don't want to drink them as bits, otherwise I wouldn't bother with the strainer. I'm glad to say that the evening tea is actually much bigger, and so it doesn't come through. So the evening one is actually much more enjoyable to drink. The morning one I hated the taste of, to be honest, but now I'm sort of used to it, so I don't mind it. The evening one is peppermint, so it's much nicer to drink. It's much more enjoyable. You don't have to just like drink it like that, which I had to do the morning one for quite a long time. So I just want to give you a bit of a backstory as to what my life is like, my everyday routine. I like to think of myself as an average British female. I'm 21. I don't particularly live an active lifestyle. I don't have a great deal of money to spend on healthy food like most people, I believe. And so the things I eat aren't always the best choices for me, I guess. I love food. I love nice food. I love fattening food. I love takeaways every now and then. I love going out for meals. That is just what I enjoy socially. Like, food is something I bond with people over, which is how I've got myself into the state that I am in today. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the way I look. Of course, I am not impartial to losing a little bit of weight. That's fine. If it can make me look better in clothes, fine. Yeah, fine, that's fine. But I wouldn't go to the point of hating myself if I didn't lose weight, because you don't want to do that. You are perfect, you are lovely, you are beautiful. Just embrace yourself as you are. And if you want to try detoxes, go for it. So yeah, I kind of went off on one, didn't I? Okay, so my everyday life is, I actually have an office job, so from 9 to 5, 8 hours, I am sat at a desk from Monday to Friday. So active wise, there is nothing. The amount of exercise I get is like going from my desk to the toilet, or from my desk to the kitchen to make a cup of tea, or from my desk to the fridge in the kitchen to get my lunch. That's it. Like, you can't really do much in an office anyway. And then when I get home, I just want to relax, so of course I'm sitting on my bum again, and then I go to sleep, so I'm laying still again, and then I repeat it for the 5 days. So that is my life. I don't constantly put on weight. I normally get to a weight and then stay there for quite a long time. Exercise wise, I really despise exercise. So what I was really interested to see is how just the tea alone can affect my weight. For example, if I was to just start exercising and eating clean as I am now, currently, no tea, then of course I'm going to lose weight because I'm making lifestyle changes. What I wanted to see is what difference the tea made. Now, if I all of a sudden started exercising, eating clean and having the tea, I'm not going to know how much of an effect that tea has alone because I'd be losing weight anyway. So what I did was I started off this detox eating better because I ate a lot of takeaways, and I kind of cut it out. I cut out chocolate and evening snacks and things like that because I didn't need them anyway. I would still have things like cheese, not a great deal, but like pasta I like as well, and I would still have things like that. And I wanted to just test the tea and see how well it worked. So for the first couple of days, oh my gosh, I was so hungry, I can't even explain. I was eating the same amount of food and everything, but after I had the morning tea with my breakfast, I think I had porridge for the first week or so, when I actually got to work, I was so hungry, I couldn't believe it. And like my stomach was rumbling, and it was really sort of uncomfortable to have that feeling all day, and I just couldn't wait to get home to eat because I was starving. And then of course when you get home you have to have this tea before you can eat, which is really difficult for me. For a lot of the times I had it with my tea or after I'd had my dinner. This is gonna get confusing. I'd have it with my dinner or after my dinner. By the time I got home, I was that hungry, and you're supposed to drink your tea first before eating. A lot of the time I couldn't do that because I was that hungry that I needed to eat. I wanted to eat everything in sight. And so a lot of the time I would have my dinner and then drink this at the same time, or have my dinner and this was still too hot, so I'd have to drink it afterwards. That's why I kind of prefer this was a nighttime tea instead. I didn't want to pretend it was a nighttime tea and have it at nighttime, because then people would be going, oh, you're doing it wrong. You know, people are always so quick to criticise. So I feel like it was a little bit of an inconvenience, especially with it being loose again. You have to faff around with measuring it out and things like that. So I had that, and then in the first week I actually lost 2 pounds, which I was happy with. That's good. Unfortunately, in that week my granddad passed away. So it's still pretty fresh actually with me, because it wasn't that long ago. And as you can imagine, emotions spiraled, comfort eating happened. Although I still did, you know, lose the 2 pounds. So the next week, again, I wish I hadn't comfort eaten, but I still feel like I'm grieving, and for some reason that's just how I deal with it, and I feel like a lot of people deal with it that way. I don't mean to, but eating my feelings apparently. So I stayed the same on the second week, and then it sort of got worse because we had to go to my nan and granddad's house. My nan died a year ago, or a year and a half ago, and I still haven't got over that. And like, we had to go and clear my nan and my granddad's belongings out of the house, and like, it was really soon basically, and it was so stressful, and it was hard to deal with, and we were trying to sort out the funeral, and family were arguing, and it was just a really shit time. So I think I might have put on like £0.5 pound by the third week, so that takes my total loss to £1.5 pounds, which is rubbish. And then I lost that £0.5 pound on the fourth week. So yeah, I feel like I started the tea at the wrong time. If I'd have started it maybe like now, then I would have probably had much better results. So I am a little bit disappointed in that, but unfortunately it can't be helped, and I had to continue it after I'd started it. So I did feel like the tea helped me feel less bloated, which is perfect. I'll show you a picture actually, it's quite embarrassing. When I first started the tea, the very first day, as you can see, I look super chunky and bloated, and I felt really bloated. And then the picture next to it is from the 4th week, so the 4th weigh-in, where I wasn't actually much lighter at all, but I felt a lot better. So this one is when my arms were down, and this next one is the same first picture with my arms up. Which looks much better, but you know, we have to go with the first one. And then this one is the side view, which I think is the most noticeable. Again, my arms are up, so it's going to make a little bit of a difference. In terms of my skin, it says it can promote skin clearness. I generally have really clear skin anyway, so I didn't feel like this affected me too much. I didn't have breakouts while I was on the tea, which is great. I actually had a KFC a couple of days ago after I finished the tea, before you say it, and my skin has just, it's got really bad, like the spots here, here, here. It's got really bad, so maybe I need to get back on the tea and clear up my face a little bit. Also, it is supposed to, what else is there? Cleanse and detoxify. Now I definitely felt much healthier while being on the tea than I did where days I'd forgotten to have the morning tea. I felt like it just started my day right, which might sound really weird, but I did feel healthier in myself for having that tea in the morning, and I just felt better throughout the day. So whether that was like my energy being boosted or something, I'm not entirely sure, but I did definitely feel better. So I would continue to have the morning tea as part of a daily routine. Not so much this one, which would have probably helped me out much more, because this is like the metabolism and the suppressing appetite and the burning fat. So this one would have probably benefited me much more, but this one I feel just started my day off great. Okay, so I can't remember if I said it, but these teas don't actually give you a laxative effect, which is brilliant, because as you know, booty, I had a shitty, excuse the pun, experience with that tea, and this I had none of it. In terms of actually going to the loo, sorry if you don't want to hear this, it didn't give me stomach pain, no chronic pain, no nothing, no unexpected toilet trips, shall we say, really awkward times. It was none of that. It actually regulated me more. So I would wake up after having my morning tea the day before and then need to go to the loo, and that's how it would be like in the morning. When I'd wake up, that's when I need to go, basically. Which I liked about it, because then it's done. You've done that part of your day. Like, you don't have to think about it, nor do you have to worry about, oh my god, like, what if I'm at work and I need to go to the loo? Like, I'm gonna have to hold it until I get home. Like, there's none of that. Now, I'm sorry if this is a bit like unladylike for you, but I feel like this is something that I would want to know, because I don't want to drink something if it's just gonna make me shit myself, because like no one wants that. Like I almost did with that flipping booty. Oh my god. Really embarrassing. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm not really sure if I've covered everything. I hope I have. So yeah, let's just run through quickly the pros and cons. The cons are, I don't like the loose leaf or the tea strainer. It just takes too long. I really would prefer them to be tea bags, or at least there to be a tea bag option. I don't feel like I should have to buy my own tea bags and then make it up, because why would anyone do that? Also the evening tea, I would prefer if that was a bedtime tea. You might even be able to have it at bedtime, I don't know, but it doesn't say that on it, so as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to be doing it wrong and then wasting my money on it, basically. So, and then the co's. My gosh, what is going on with my brain? The pros. It made me feel less bloated, which is good. It made me feel more energised and happier. What else? I'm going to say that it did affect my skin, because I didn't break out, even though I ate like some bad things. So yeah, it must have done, mustn't it? What else? Out of it, I've started to have breakfast every morning, which is great. That's obviously much healthier for me. Number 5, I also noticed a lot of habits that I had. For example, I would have to have chocolate while I was at work. And now instead of like having extra chocolate, like a chocolate bar, I have like a yogurt that has like chocolate flakes in it. So I get that sort of sweetness without actually having to have a chocolate bar. And I also now eat couscous for lunch at work, which I would have never ever tried ever, but I have it and I enjoy it and I feel much better for it. So I'm glad. I feel like although it didn't go exactly as I hoped it would have and I didn't get the results that I hoped I would have, I feel like I've got something out of it, which is good. I would definitely give it another go, like if times were different and there was no chance of anyone dying or me comfort eating or things like that. I'm glad to say everything's sort of settling down now. But yeah, if you've tried it, let me know what you thought of it. If you haven't, then it may be something that you want to try out. I'll put the website down below just in case. Yeah, I think that's everything I need to say. If you have anything, any questions that I sort of didn't answer in this video, then just put them down below and I'll reply to you, because you know what my brain's like sometimes. So yeah, that's everything from me. Don't forget, links to my Facebook, Instagram and Tumblr are down below, so if you want to come over and follow me, that would be awesome. Apart from that, we'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys!